important nerves. This humerus is related to the three important nerves. On the cervical neck, which related to the axillary nerve. Into the cervical neck, which related to the axillary nerve. Into the radial groove or spiral groove. Into the radial groove or spiral groove, radial nerve is present. Radial nerve is present or related to the spiral groove or radial groove. This is the medial epicondyle. Behind the medial epicondyle, ulnar nerve is there. Behind the medial epicondyle, ulnar nerve is there. These are the three nerves which are related to the humerus. Attachment of the humerus. First, we see the upper end of attachment. Upper end, this is the lesser tubercle. This lesser tubercle, insertion of subscapularis muscle is there. Insertion of subscapularis muscle on lesser tubercle. This is the greater tubercle. On greater tubercle, three impressions are there: upper impression, middle impression, and lower impression. On the upper impression, that is the supraspinatus muscle is insertion. Supraspinatus muscle is insertion. On the middle impression, infraspinatus muscle is insertion. Infraspinatus muscle is inserted over the middle impression of the greater tubercle. This is the lower impression. On lower impression, teres minor muscle is inserted. This is the teres minor muscle inserted on the lower end or lower part of the greater tubercle. These are the four muscles which are collectively form the tendinous cup. These are the four muscles which collectively form the tendinous cup. This is the intertubercle sulcus. On the intertubercle sulcus, this is the medial lip. On the medial lip, teres major muscle is inserted. On the medial lip, insertion of the teres major muscle. On the lateral lip of the intertubercle sulcus, pectoralis major muscle is inserted. Pectoralis major muscle is inserted, or insertion of the pectoralis major muscle on the lateral lip of the intertubercle sulcus. This is the floor of intertubercle sulcus. On the floor of intertubercle sulcus, latissimus dorsi muscle is inserted. Latissimus dorsi muscle is inserted. So, in between the two major, one lady is there, that is the latissimus dorsi. Deltoid muscle is inserted on deltoid tuberosity. Insertion of deltoid muscle on the deltoid tuberosity. This is the deltoid tuberosity where deltoid muscle is inserted. This is the medial border, middle of the medial border where coracobrachialis muscle is inserted. Coracobrachialis muscle is inserted. This is the intertubercular sulcus or basipetal groove. In between that, long head of bicep brachii muscle is passes. Long head of bicep brachii muscle is passes. And also ascending branch of the circumflex humeral arteries passes. This is the anatomical neck. On the anatomical neck, capsule of the shoulder joint is attached. Capsule of the thing is, remember, on the upper end of the humerus, all muscles are insertion. All muscles are inserted. Okay. Now come to the shaft of the humerus. This is the posterior surface. Above the spiral groove, lateral head of the tricep brachii muscle is originated. And below the spiral groove, medial head of the tricep brachii muscle is originated. Above the spiral groove, lateral head, and below the spiral groove, medial head of the tricep brachii muscle is originated. Now, lower part of the anterolateral surface and anteromedial surface of the humerus, origin of brachialis muscle is there. Origin of the brachialis muscle, lower part of the anterolateral surface and anteromedial surface, origin of the brachialis muscle is there. This is the lateral supracondylar ridge. On the lateral supracondylar ridge, extensor carpi radialis longus muscle is originated. Extensor carpi radialis longus muscle is originated upper 1/3 part. And below 1/3 part, that is the brachioradialis muscle is originated. Brachioradialis. This is the lateral epicondyle. This lateral epicondyle is known as the common extensor origin. All extensor muscle are originated from the lateral epicondyle, so that this point is known as the common extensor origin. Like that, this is the medial epicondyle is known as the common flexor origin, because all flexor muscle are originated from the medial epicondyle. That's why this is known as the common flexor origin. Just above the common flexor origin, pronator teres muscle is originated from the medial supracondylar line. Medial supracondylar line, pronator teres muscle is originated. Along with the trochlear line, capitulum, the above the olecranon, here is a capsule of elbow joint is present. Capsule of elbow joint is present. Posterior part of the lateral epicondyle, from where unconeus muscle is originated. Now come to the ossification centers of the humerus. Humerus ossify 1 primary and 7 secondary centers. 1 primary for the shaft, which appear 8 week of the intrauterine life. Out of 7, 3 for the upper end, 1 for the head of humerus, which appear 1 year of life, 1 for the greater tubercle, which appear 2 years of life, and 1 for the lesser tubercle, which appear 5 years of life. They are collectively and form a compound fusion at the age of 6 years, and they fuse with the shaft at the age of 20 years. Lower end contain the 4 secondary centers. 1 for the medial epicondyle, which appear 5th years of the life and fuse with the 20 years of the life with the shaft. The 1 for the capitulum, which appear 1 year of the life. 1 for the trochlea, which appear at the age of 9 years, and 1 for the lateral epicondyle, which appear at the age of 9 years. So lateral epicondyle, trochlea and capitulum, they form a togetherly common epiphysis or compound epiphysis at the age of 14 years, and they fuse with the shaft at the age of 16 years. This is the ossification of humerus. One applied anatomy of the humerus. This is the head of humerus, which form the shoulder joint with the glenoid cavity of the scapula, like this. The head is larger than that of the glenoid cavity, so that this shoulder joint is one of the weakest joint of the body, so that the head is not holding by the glenoid cavity properly, so that most common dislocation of the head of humerus inferiorly is most commonly fracture at the site of surgical neck, shaft of the humerus, and both sides of the supracondylar ridges. These are the commonest site of the fracture of humerus. This is all about the humerus. Thank you very much for watching this video.